Hello Gemini, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Gemini, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Gemini, let's get started. How does Gemini currently view this relationship? All right, Gemini. I feel like something's stopping you in your tracks, and I do feel like it has a lot to do with someone from your past resurfacing back up here for you that you haven't fully gone over just yet. But you know what's interesting, Gemini, before I even get into all of that, okay? I feel like you honestly thought that you were actually like 100% like over this person is kind of what I'm getting. But it's like the moment this person resurfaces back up here for you, it's like you quickly realize like, oh man, like I'm actually not over this person just yet. Because it kind of looks like you thought you were. Like, it kind of looks like you thought that you, like, officially made peace with the past and you're ready to move forward and move on with your life and just kind of move on to bigger and better things, right? But it's like the moment, you know, this person resurfaces back up here for you, it changes absolutely everything for you. But the number one thing that I am definitely getting that you're realizing is that you're not as over this person as you thought you were. It's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. All right, let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? This person does come off to me as somebody who has like a boatload of ego and pride. It kind of looks like this person was allowing like ego and pride to like stop them from like making things right with you because it's something that they wanted to do, right? Which was fix things with you, repair things with you, get back together with you. But their ego and their pride, for the love of God, just wouldn't let them. Wouldn't let them call you, wouldn't let them text you, wouldn't let them look for you. But it looks like this person's finally caving in and moving out of their ego and their pride and extending themselves to you. Okay, I guess we'll see how this all plays out. It kind of looks like that's what took this person, I guess, so long to extend themselves to you. It was due to like ego and pride. Okay, cool. How does Gemini currently feel? Gemini. Oh man. I wonder if we got this for you yesterday, but maybe it was yours, it was somebody else. I want to say it was you, but I'm not entirely sure at this point. But it's as if you feel like you're getting sucked back into something you don't want to get sucked back into. It's as if you find yourself falling back into that same old mentality of, well, maybe this time things will be different. Maybe this time this person is, going to finally get their act together. I feel like you've done this many times though with this person. Like, in other words, like I feel like this relationship, it'll fall apart. You move forward and move on with your life. They come running right back to you, telling you that they're sorry and they want to fix or repair things with you. And then you start falling into this mentality of, well, maybe this time around things will be different. Then you turn around and you give them another chance just to, find out like, oh man, like they haven't actually changed. Oh man, like they're still doing this, they're still doing that. And it's like you can feel yourself getting sucked back into this entire situation, but you can feel yourself, I almost want to say doing it again, as far as like falling into this mentality of, well, maybe this time around things are going to be different. Maybe this time around things are going to get better. Because if it's one thing that I will say is that you do not, okay? You do not want to go back to experiencing this relationship the way that you were experiencing this relationship prior to obviously this dynamic between the two of you coming to an end. It kind of looks like this relationship had you under like a great deal of stress. I am getting that. It was also bringing a lot of like negative things into your life. I'm also getting that this dynamic between you and this person, it kind of like brought out like the worst in you. I'm also getting that as well. Okay, how does this person currently feel? Let's see what's going on there. Okay. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles to the Fool, to the Queen of Wands. I feel like this is kind of like a twin flame connection. It's starting to kind of look like that, like a twin flame connection. I mean, we do have the Queen of Wands out here. And they are looking at you like you're the Queen of Wands. So this, yeah, the King of the Queen of Wands for me anyways as a reader is like that twin flame connection. So it could be a twin flame connection, but it, it, you know, it, it You know what's interesting? There's just something about you. Like, there's just something about you that they just can't get enough of, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, I don't feel like this person has ever felt this way towards a person before. You know what I mean? Like, how do I explain this? Like, when a marriage and a relationship comes to an end in their life, like, this is that type of person that'll just get up and move forward and move on with their life and never think about that person ever again. You know what I mean? But it's like with you, it's like, it's different. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, they can't get you out of their fucking head, even if they wanted to, you know? Like, I just feel like this person is going through like an experience that they've never experienced before with a person, if that makes any sense. And this whole like, they just can't get enough of you, like that's like a whole nother thing too. It's like they've never felt this way towards like a person before. I just don't feel like this person has ever been this obsessed and or hooked or sprung off of a person before, is kind of what I'm getting. Is kind of what I'm getting. Another thing too, though, is that you have like this ability, man, to like, God, how do I explain this? Like, it's very easy for this person to operate from a place of ego and pride with like absolutely everybody else that they've ever dealt with. But with you, it's like, it's so fucking hard. It's so hard for them to like operate from a place of ego and pride. Because they know, like, the more they operate from a place of ego and pride, the more it's going to take them down a path they don't want to go down, which is a path without you in it. You feel me? So it's like, I mean, like with you, it's like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like you found this, like, this magical way, right? To like shatter this person's ego and do things that they typically wouldn't do, you know, for a person or in a relationship or with anybody, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, I don't know. Like, I just feel like you have like this like magical effect on this human, is kind of what I'm getting. I do want to be a little nosy though and look at the Eight of Swords to the full. I'm just kind of curious to see what's going to end up coming out. I feel like you make this, well, not that you make them because you're not making them do anything, but I feel like the effect that they have on you, or I'm sorry, the effect that you have on them makes them, let me not use that word. Let me find another word to use. It has a lot to do with like the way people perceive them, like in their personal life, like their friends, like their family members. Like, I feel like their friends and their family members just kind of look at this person like they're whipped, like they're sprung off of you. And I feel like this person has gotten made fun of. Yeah, I feel like their friends have definitely made fun of them, because they all, like, it just, come on, like, hello, you know what I mean? Like, everybody can see how sprung this person is off of you, and I just feel like, you know, people close to them tend to, like, poke fun at them, like, oh my God, you're so sprung off of Gemini, you're so whooped, oh my God, like, you know, like, they tend to get made fun of. I am getting that. It makes them look like a little, you know what, you know what I mean? And they personally don't like that. They personally don't like, this is somebody who harnesses a lot of masculine energy, and they have a boatload of ego and pride on top of that. You know, so the fact that like you have this ability, you know, to make this one over here like come running back to you every single time, it's like they freaking hate it. And they hate it more so because of the way it makes people look at them. Like the way that their friends look at them, like, oh my God, like you're such a wimp. Like oh my God. It's like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, you're running back to Gemini again? Like, what are you doing? Like, I just feel like they get made fun of a lot by their friends. They just don't like looking like a little, you know, be, you know, in front of like their friends and their family members. They just don't. So it's like every time they find themselves running back to you, it's like it makes them look like a wimp, you know, like a little sissy, you know, and they don't like it. They don't like it, damn it. But it's like they just can't get enough of you. Like, they just can't. For the love of God, like they just can't. Lord have mercy. Okay. We have the poor thing. We have the Temperance card here in the reverse, and then we also have the Eight of Swords. And it's like every time this human being, poor thing, it's like every time this human being tries to get over you, They just can't. It's not that they don't try to get over you, because they do try to get over you, damn it. They really do. But it's like, they just can't, you know? They just can't, man. They just can't. I feel like everybody knows it, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is that type of person that when this, like, when y'all break up and go your separate ways, like, this is that type of person that turns around and tells, like, their boys or, like, their friends, like, I will never run back to Gemini ever again in my life. I'm so done with them. It's not even funny. And then 2.5 seconds later, here they are, you know, calling you. Here they are texting you. Here they are running after you, you know? And I just kind of feel like everybody knows. Like, everybody knows that this person's going to run back to you. Everybody knows that this person just can't get enough of you. Like, everybody knows, you know? So when this person sits there and says, yo, I'm so done with them, it ain't even funny. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Sure you are, you know? Sure you are. They don't even believe it. That's, you know, they don't even believe that they're really done with you, you know? When they say these things. What actions? Okay. Oh, look. The King of Wands. So this is definitely a twin flame connection for sure. You're definitely dealing with your twin. Okay. So here comes your twin flame wanting you back. So in regards to how you plan on moving forward, okay, we have the Nine of Swords to the Two of Pentacles to the Hierophant. There's a really big decision that you have to make here in reference to this person. Are you going to take them back, or are you not going to take them back? You know, a lot of you are extremely convinced that if you were to take this person back, you're just going to go back to dealing with things you don't want to deal with, which is something that you don't want to do. But at the same exact time, again, you're falling back into that old mindset of, but what if this time around, you know what I mean? Like, things will be better, you know, between us. Like, what if this time around, like, this, you know, person has honestly, like, you know, changed? Like, what if, you know? It kind of looks like it's going to take you a while, though, Gemini, to, like, really figure out, like, what you want to do and where you want to be, whether it's with them and or without them. What actions? Hold on. Okay. What actions will this person take towards Gemini or moving forward? Ooh, don't fall. We do have the Knight of Swords. We do have the Chariot. And then we also have the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Here's the thing, Gemini. I feel like you're going to hit them with, I need some time to think about this. Let me tell you something. They ain't going to give you no damn time to think about anything, okay? Like, this person looks at you like you're their property. Okay, like, I am getting that. They look at you like you're their property, like you belong to them, and you do what I say. Just saying. Like, they're kind of like, yeah, no, you don't really need, you don't need time, Gemini. You don't need time to think about absolutely anything. It's like they're coming along and telling you, like, yo, this is how this is going to go down. This is what we're going to do. We're going to get back together. Okay, Gemini, we're going to get back together and we're going to really work at this relationship, okay? Because I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to start over. I'm not going to start over with absolutely anyone. What I'm going to do is try to make this work with you. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what you're going to do too, okay? So this is it's like they're telling you how this is going to play out. Child. It's like they're telling you how this is going to play out, how this is going to really, really go down. So, you know, then there's that. Either which way, though. Either which way, even though this person is over here telling you, like, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get back together, okay? And we're going to make this work, because I'm not moving forward and moving on with my life. And guess what? Neither are you. I'm not starting over, and you're not starting over. So, yeah, then there's that, you know? So then there's that, right, Gemini? But at the end of the day, it's like you're the skipper of this boat, homie. You get to say when it stops and when it goes. And you also have the luxury to kick a few people off of your boat if you feel, you know, the need to. So even though this person's coming around your way talking about this is how this is going to go down, this is what we're going to do, doesn't necessarily mean that you have to turn around and agree with them. You know what I mean? There's also something about them not wanting to give you space either. So I feel like this person is going to try to, like, find reasons to, like, be in your presence. I'm also getting that too. So you might tell this person, you know what, I need some time and space to think about this. And they might hit you with the, you know what, Gemini, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna come over, and we're just gonna talk about this. You know what I mean? Like, because they don't want to give you time, and they don't want to give you space either. That's like two things that I don't see this person giving you, which are the very things that you're asking for, but they're not gonna give you that. So sorry, they're not gonna give you that. I feel like this person fears that if they give you time and space, you're gonna choose to not revisit this connection ever again. So, you know, then there's that. Then there's that. I think that this person feels like they have a much better chance at pulling this off by not giving you time and space versus giving you time and space. But very demanding. This one over here, very demanding. Very demanding. Like, this is what we're gonna do, Gemini. This is how this is gonna go down. Well, I mean, I don't see this person respecting how you feel when it comes down to you needing time and space. But again, regardless if they give you time and space or not, you know what I mean? Regardless, the choice is still up to you. You could always decide to never revisit this ever again. You know, that is a choice. That is an option. But you definitely need to decide. I do want to pull some advice though, because it looks like you don't really know what to do. So what advice can you give me for Gemini in regards to this connection? Okay. We have the King of Wands to the Death card to the King of Pentacles. Here's the thing, Gemini. Do I think that this person has the ability to change? Absolutely. Do I think that this person will definitely change? Yes. But I'm going to be honest with you. If you do take this person back, I don't want you to think that you're getting a brand new man or a brand new woman. I don't want you to think that you're finally getting the man of your dreams or you're finally getting the woman of your dreams. I don't want you to think that, not even for a split second. Don't even think that that is what's going to happen if you give this person another chance. Don't even let the idea even cross your mind. It looks like what you want is a King of Pentacles. And it looks like what they are is a King of Wands, like energy. And it takes years to go from a King of Wands to a King of Pentacles. Years, not weeks, not months, like years. We're talking about like 3+ years. Okay. So here's the thing, Gemini. If you do take this person back, I could almost guarantee you that you're going to find yourself going through certain things that you were going through with this person in the past again, okay? Do I think that this person is going to work towards improving and changing their ways? Yes, but they're going to like make, you know, a few mistakes along the way is kind of what I'm getting. They're going to, you know what I mean? As they're working towards becoming who you need them to be, okay? So it depends. Like, do you really want to like toughen this one out and go through a few more, you know, disappointments and letdowns by this person to eventually get the man or the woman of your dreams? Or not? You guys are showing up as a King and the Queen of Wands. So that's kind of telling me that you and this person are destined to be together, because when it comes down to the King and the Queen of Wands, it's such a mysterious connection, because the way that I look at it with the King and the Queen of Wands, it's kind of like the epitome, right, of like staring off into the ocean. It's like you see where it starts, but you never see where it actually ends. And I don't know what it is, man. It's like with the King and the Queen of Wands, it's like they always break up and make up. They always break up and make up. Always, 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 always. Always. They always end up getting back together. It never fucking fails. It just never fails. Like, see, it's different with like the King and the Queen of Swords, for example, or, you know, the King and the Queen of Cups, or the Emperor to the Empress, or the Hierophant to the High Priestess. Like, these are people that could break up, part ways, and never see one another ever again. But it's like with the King and the Queen of Wands, it's not like that. It is so not like that. It's like they always run back to one another. And one thing that I've learned throughout the years of doing tarot is that when it comes down to the King and the Queen of Wands, they tend to These are people who don't like to settle for less. Let's just get that out the way. They do not like to settle for less whatsoever. So when they attempt to move forward and move on with their lives and date new people and see new people, it's like they quickly find themselves feeling like, fuck, like I'm settling for less. Like, this person doesn't compare. You know what I mean? Like, to Gemini, you know what I mean? So vice versa, right? So when you meet like new guys or, new girls, like you might find yourself feeling that way. Like, damn, man, like, I feel like I'm fucking settling around here. You know what I mean? Because it's like you go from having like everything you want to like receiving like the bare minimum in the end with like everybody else. You see what I mean? And I feel like that is something that does prompt them to, end up getting back together, is because like they just don't like to settle for less. They don't. You don't like to settle for less, neither do they. You know what I mean? Like, if y'all do move forward and move on with your lives, it has to, like, obligado, like, I mean, how do you say that in English? Like, it just has to be better. Like, it has to be better than what you had. It has to. And it's like every time they attempt to move forward and move on with their lives, it's something that I notice. It's like they never find better. They never actually find better. In such a weird way, they never find better. Why? I don't know. I don't know. It's a mystery I've been trying to solve for years. I don't know. It's just like that, I guess, with the King and the Queen of Wands. But what you could do, Gemini, because you guys are destined to be, it is what it is. Like, because it's going to take this person years to be the man or the woman of your dreams. You could go down the route of, nope, I'm not going to do this with you. And then, revisit this years, later. Or you could take this person back and go through a few more, letdowns and disappointments. You know what I mean? Until they become the man or the woman that you need them to be. Either which way, the choice is entirely up to you. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this person's not going to hurt you or I'm getting primarily disappoint you, not hurt you, disappoint you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say that this person's not going to disappoint you. I'm not going to sit here and they're going to sit there and tell you that. I mean, it makes sense as to why they would. It benefits them to say something along those lines. Like, I'm not going to hurt you again or disappoint you again. Like, they're not going to be straight up with you and tell you, that they're, it's not that they plan on disappointing you, because that's not what it is. It's just going to happen. It's just going to happen because you want this, but they're this. And a King of Wands is very far from this. Just like a King of Pentacles is very far from this. You see what I mean? So it's like, that's what you could possibly anticipate and or expect if you accept this person back into your life right now. If you choose not to and continue to like just focus on you, you know what I mean? And then decide to revisit this years later, you know what I mean? Then okay, like then I can, I can see you, like avoiding all the pain and the disappointments and the heartaches. Like, yeah, I see you avoiding all of those things if you choose to go down that route of, nope, I'm not going to accept you back into my life. I'm just going to continue to focus on me. Because the universe is always going to bring the two of you back together. It does. I mean, it's going to happen. The universe will always bring you guys back together. So you could just revisit this years later, or you could just turn around and accept them now if you want to. But I just don't feel like this person has like evolved into the person you need by your side just yet. And it's going to take them years before they do. I am getting that. Okay, so just something to think about. But that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.